Good afternoon, Mech Warriors. Happy holidays. I'm redoing some videos because it's been a while since they've been updated. This is mainly for new players. If you have been playing BattleTech or XAI for a while, you probably will know most of this information. However, we'll be going over how to set up a pop-up window to prevent memory leaks and also the difficulty settings of the game and how they affect you. First, we'll start with the pop-up window. All right, so you go right click on here, go to properties, bring that up under general, and you put in dash pop-up window, all one word for Steam. There is a guide on Discord on how to do it on GOG, but I don't have GOG, so I totally have forgotten all that stuff. You'll have to go there and find it. And pardon my voice today, it's really raspy. It's been super dry here and it's taking a toll. Okay, so now I've got this set up. I turned off the pop-up window and we'll see what happens when I go back into the game. All right, so play. All right, so when you run full screen mode, there is a bug in the engine, I believe. I don't know if it's necessarily BattleTech, but it will cause a overtime after you run the game for hours. You'll start getting more stutters and all sorts of stuff. So, all right. So, how you activate windowed mode? Just click it here. It's pretty simple, right? Like that. All right. I've only got one monitor, but all right. So, there you go. That's how you do it, right? Like that. Now it's windowed mode. As long as that's blanked out like that, you're in pop up window mode because windowed has a border. All right. All right. Give us a little darker there. Save it. Alrighty. Also, you'll notice you don't have any of these annoying pop-ups. That is thanks to XS Nomad getting rid of that stuff. Alrighty, let's go into career and start a new career real quick. This is for your newbies, your green mech warriors. I'm going to go over what most of these settings do fairly quickly so you can just pause and rewind. Unequipped mechs affects only the mechs you assemble. Any mechs you get in a cache or buy in a store will have equipment inside them. So it's not quite as bad as it looks. That's why it's only valued at a 0.10. But this setting directly affects that, of course. We've dropped the 3 and you've got an 8, okay, for your max. That gives you a nice 0.2. All right. There is an achievement, Steam achievement for that. And there's also a Steam achievement for running Iron Man mode in both uh, story and career. So if you want to give those a try, feel free. You should be able to. We have a resident Ironman that has been able to run over 1,000 hours in Ironman mode without any save game corruptions. So it should work just fine. Random starting max is quite expanded. You will get 4 new shiny mechs from 25 to 50 tons, and this also now includes the DLC mechs. There are no SLDF mechs or any other fancy mechs that you otherwise should not have early. All right, so this game length is pretty self-explanatory, 1,200 to 24 days. no bonus, and 1.5 to 4.5 starting C-bills. Your system contracts, they are generated upon when you go look at contracts once per entering a system. Same with your mech warriors. All of that is generated when you enter the system and your stores as well. So if you change these and you're in a system, you're not going to see a change. You have to leave the system and go to a new one. All right, so this represents your 6 generated contracts, 0 breadcrumbs. That's what you get when you complete a mission. You might get a bonus mission outside of a system that you can get some free travel passage money. All right, this is your core amount of 250K times the difficulty of the mission. Your contract variance affects that. So if you change it to say 1 skull and you enter a 3 skull system, your missions can be anywhere from 2 to 4 skulls. Advanced Mech Warriors is a very advanced setting. Just understand that when you see frequent, you're going to get many more in the hiring hall. You will also get more advanced mech warriors. It'll also be the generated ones along with your special mech warriors from Kickstarters and stuff. All right. And your Ronin. If you're on Unicorn Rare, you won't see many of them, and there won't be as many in the hiring hall. All right, this affects your system contracts as well. That's your slider, but this goes on top of your base for the contracts. Okay, it is an additional bonus for your parts. Uh, this number here is for when you sell parts and mechs, and that includes both in the mech bay and at the store. That's the percentage that you will get for selling those parts. We went over contract variance and mech warrior progression. Obviously, that's your experience when you kill a mech or they eject. Long missions, I recommend 30. Short, or not missions, campaigns. And then short ones go for the 150. Enemy force strength is, you really don't see it until you drop on the planet, okay? You're not going to see it any other way. You'll just see that mechs, there's more tonnage, the mechs are bigger, or there might be more, So typically it's bigger, and it's 60 tons per half skull. Argo costs are, the base is higher than vanilla, so by the time you go into double, just pretty comfortable, or quadruple if you want a real challenge. You're not going to be able to, you'll have to gauge yourself on when you build your Argo upgrades, or you're going to be doing a lot of missions. Center torso destruction. If your mech loses its center torso, you lose it. Period. End of story. That also includes your salvage. All right, so your goal is to be at 1. This will affect your end game bonus cash. All of your achievements that you get are kept track of, and they are multiplied by that number. So make sure that stays at a 1. It can't go any greater than a 1. There you go. Into the campaign now. It's pretty much all the same except for one setting, and that is the prologue. All right. That's just a very basic get to know you, show you the ropes and stuff, and it's pretty basic if you don't know anything about computers, but most people can skip that with no problem. This is important. These settings can only be modified at game start. That's anything in this square box. After that, they are locked. Okay. All of these settings, though, can be changed at your convenience. All right, guys, that just about covers it for today. If you have any questions about mechs or anything like that, go play around with them in the mech bay and go run a skirmish if you like. Otherwise, come see me at the Discord and just don't spam the general section. All right. All right, guys. You have a happy holiday, and I will see you later.